If there's one thing we've learned about business and life, it's that people are the X factor. They constantly surprise us, both in amazing ways and not so much. We're Ben and Syya, and welcome to the Gnaw On This Business Bites podcast. This show is all about real life things we all deal with every day, how they relate to business, and how to make some sense out of our daily chaos. Welcome to the show. And welcome back to another episode of Gnaw On This Business Bites. I'm Ben, this is Syya, and here's a question for you. This is a post that I read the other day by my buddy Michael Norton. Is altruism dead? Do we truly care about ourselves far more than we care about individuals, about other individuals? You know, have we become so narcissistic as a society, and have we become so inward that we're not even holding doors open for people? Or when somebody holds the door open for somebody, for us, we see it as that they have some type of hidden agenda. You know, are we so self-centered and self-thought-provoking that we can't take other people as just being genuine on their own? So, Syya, let's gnaw on this.
Ooh, I saw a video the other day. I know. It was a YouTube short this time. I don't have TikTok, everyone, just an FYI. It was a YouTube short. And it was a news article. 14-year-old boy, I wish I'd remember his name. His girlfriend was getting harassed at the mall by some bullies. So she called him. And I guess he comes running over. I guess he was in the mall. And he ended up getting stabbed and died.
Wow.
And when you think of like the definition of altruism, right? It's, you know, you promote someone else's welfare at the risk of your own, right? To me, that boy embodies our conversation. Now, granted, rest in peace, young man. What a horrible case and situation. And of course, we're not saying be that dramatic, but it is, you know, we encounter situations like this in our daily lives, and I don't think people really fully realize it. And it's those small little gestures of altruism that can carry that big, impact that we don't realize. So do we do it enough? I would like to think as humans, I would love to say we try as an entity of humanity. Do we see it enough in our little minuscule lives with individuals? I hate to say it, man. After the pandemic, I honestly, coming down hard, I feel people are very selfish and so self-serving and self-identifying. It's hard to care about others when they are already only caring about themselves. So I'm kind of leaning, I'm going to argue, altruism kind of dying.
Which is a sad and horrible thought. I mean, I look at social media, which is, to me, the epitome of narcissism. I mean, here's the thing. You and I get up every Tuesday morning and gnaw on something. And we have a whole bunch of people in the audience that sit there and talk about it. You know, is it for our gratification? I hope not. No. But some people might say that it is. You know, there's a lot of people out there that are just sitting there going, oh, you know, they need to be seen. Instead of, no, they're trying to help somebody. Or they're trying to elevate the situation. They're trying to elevate the conversation. I hope I'm not being narcissistic. I hope this isn't about me, and I never want it to be about me. But you see so much of it. Look at me. Look how wonderful I am. Look how important I am. Look how rich I am. Look how how beautiful I am. And you see that everywhere you talk and turn in social media. And to me, it's disheartening. You know, it's just put us in a situation where, you know, I'm all about we over me. I'm all about, you know, how do we raise the boats? How do we enable everyone to shine? And the question is, you know, is this a dying breed? Am I a dinosaur because I believe this way? You know, or are we just seeing so much on the other side that is just, we're seeing the negative and we're hearing the loud voices, and those are in the background that are quietly doing what they do, which I'm hoping that's what it is, are ignoring, the amplifiers going all the way up to 11.
Yeah, you're reminding me of a lot of folks. And you know what? Maybe I'm guilty of it as well, or maybe people think I am. Like, I try to really help genuinely as much as I possibly can, partially because I just want to. I have no ulterior motive other than maybe I will say there is an ulterior motive. Whatever it is I'm doing for someone, it's probably because I'm having fun doing it. Like,
Probably.
for me, having fun is a very selfish driver, which is probably why it took me forever to wait to the last second to do my taxes. Not fun, took my time doing it, right? So, yeah, I think there is always some kind of motivation for people to do something. So that's why I think altruism at its purest form, I don't think is pure. I do think there's always something to motivate them. If it's to get yourself in heaven, if you're religious, right? Then there's something there that's driving you to that behavior. It's not just because you're doing it because, the wind changed direction in that moment, right? So I do, maybe I'm arguing altruism, and I think I'm sticking with my argument, which I think altruism is definitely flailing in a lot of different ways, because I see too much in the, what we talked about this in a previous podcast, right? Which was transactional relationships.
Right.
You can't have an altruistic relationship if it's a transactional relationship, because you really don't ultimately give a crap about that person's success.
What's in it for me. It's the whole relationship is built in what's in it for me. And if that's what constantly is going through your mind, how am I going to benefit from this? How am I going to make money from this? How am I going to be better off from this? How is my life going to be impacted positively or negative by doing this or not doing this? If those are the thoughts that are constantly going through your mind, there's no way to be altruistic, because you are, by definition, being narcissistic, whether you're taking it to the nth degree or whether it's just being self-centered.
Well, I don't think narcissists in general, or narcissistic behavior, and of course we are not psychologists, psychiatrists, we're not certified by any.
I don't even play one on TV.
Let's not even pretend to play one. I mean, I can't even act, so it doesn't even matter there. I can't lie. Shoot. But from my understanding of reading of certain behavioral traits, to lack the empathy to even have that drive to be giving to others, consequences be damned, doesn't even exist in certain personality traits. So
absolutely. And
if our society, as you argue, is becoming more narcissistic or inward focused or inward gratification, then we're kind of killing that whole idea around altruism. So I feel like we're kind of like ragging a little bit, but I am a little contemplative. I don't maybe, but maybe social media, we're to blame that we don't post positive enough news to balance out the negative news and the Me Too's and what we call thirsty people who are like, look at me, the look at me, posts that we see even on LinkedIn, look at me, I'm in the gym. Like, unless
does anybody care?
Well, unless you're like a coach that's about physical wellness, I get it's part of the branding.
Yes.
But if you're an underwater basket weaver and you're working out at the gym and you're like, look at me, I'm at the gym, I'm going to judge you. Sorry, everyone.
Even your personal trainers who do about gym, is it look at me in my Lululemon and look how beautiful I am at the gym, or let me show you something that I learned at the gym, and this is something that is going to make your 20-minute workout into 15-minute workout. You're going to get better abs and this and that, the other thing. And here, let me help you. Let me help you be better off at who you are. Those are two completely different conversations.
True.
Whether they do look fabulous in their Lululemons or not is irregardless.
I call that bonus.
It's a bonus.
It's a bonus, but not the only lead-in.
Look at me and look how beautiful I am and look how wonderful I look in the spandex. It's here's an exercise, or here's a tip, or here's a trick that's going to make your gym experience better for you. And those are two completely different conversations. And one is this is about me. I could care less about you as a customer. And look, look how beautiful I am, and you're going to want to look like me, so therefore you're going to hire me because I already look beautiful. And the other one is here I am trying to add value to you right away. If you see value in this, let's talk, because let me see what else I can do to help you out.
100%. I mean, look, I'm not trying to knock on those particular types of folks, but it does irk me at times for some odd reason. Even LinkedIn celebrates that type of algorithm and that type of content, whatever. By the way, anyone that's interested that does do that, if you guys want to post, and I see them on like the Instas and the YouTube Shorts all the time, post them on LinkedIn. I'm a busy working person. If I happen to glance and see a video of someone telling me, sit up straight, throw your shoulders back. If you have neck pain, do this. And like, I might actually be like, oh, I'm going to follow you on LinkedIn because that's where I reside. I need that help. Hit everyone. Okay. That's it. That's me.
There you go. You just open people up to the right channels.
I know. Hey, by the way, and that is, again, if you're going to create that kind of content altruistically, yeah, you could be in the workout clothes. That's fine. And you're benefiting for the purpose of like telling people here, your shoulders are, you pull back. If you find yourself slouching, get lumbar support, right? And if you find yourself slouching, like to position yourself better, maybe, lower the seat a certain way or raise your seat a certain way, all that. And you happen to be in Lululemon as a male, whatevs, I don't care. Like,
in fact, you'd probably listen better.
I would listen better. I'm not going to lie.
You would listen better, but that's a different story altogether.
That's preferences. But anyway, okay. But yes, if you're going to do something.
But it's we've raised a generation on being influencers, and being an influencer means that you have a certain number of YouTube likes or a certain number of Instagram likes or TikTok likes or whatever. And if you're doing that, you're doing it because of you're trying to raise your body count so you can make more money. And the question is, how many of these people would be influencers if there wasn't a way to do revenue generation out of it?
Boy, I mean, yeah. The idea and concept of influencers is to influence behavior, call to action. So, I've had this discussion many times for LinkedIn, right? If you have, 500,000 followers on LinkedIn, but you still got to look for a work, is your network really of value to you? And are you really building up your influence for a greater, grander purpose? Or is it just a vanity metric? Which, by the way, selfishly, there's a lot of episodes we could just pull up in a row right here in the summary notes of all the different shows that we talked about these topics. So, but I know we're going off a little tangent. I'm trying to pull it back. So, is altruism dying? I am of the school of thought today. I might change tomorrow, but today I am feeling. I don't think by definition of human needs and wants can we be purely altruistic. Unfortunately, I don't think all of us can be as pure as that young man who unfortunately lost his life on behalf of his girlfriend. But could we attain that? Can we try to be a better person in general and better the people around us without expecting anything in return? I think it's a great thing to be intentional, to try, but also be realistic. There's probably a motivation as to why you're doing it. I mean, let's be honest.
You know what? I'm giving you the last word of that. That was, that works for me. Hey, Syya gets the last word. So with that, I'm Ben.
And I'm Syya.
And we'll see you soon.
Hey. Thanks for listening to another episode of Gnaw On This, Business Bites. If you liked what you heard, we most humbly ask that you like, share, and hit that subscribe button. And if you want to communicate more effectively within your organization, contact Ben at yourbrandmarketing.com or me at brilliantbeammedia.com. We can help you build your community, brand awareness, and personality through digital content and podcasting. We cannot wait to hear from you. So see you next week for another episode of Gnaw On This, Business Fights.